Okay, here's how the control surfaces are set up with the fancy mixing thing that I've got. Rudder is just normal. Elevator is kind of normal. It's actually elevons there. As we'll see when we do aileron, the elevators are moving individually as well. Just a little bit of roll there. It's not really going to do much. It's more just to sort of proof of concept for this mixing thing, to show it's all working properly. And along the wing we have 6 flaperons, and they just use varying degrees of mix of aileron input and flap input. So if I do just aileron only, we'll see that the ones at the further extent of the wings move more than the ones in the middle for aileron. And if I do half flaps here, we'll see that we can still move all of them. And then full flaps is like that. And I think the flaps will move it just a tiny bit with aileron here. I mean, the middle flaps, that is, will move just a tiny bit with aileron still. So even when you get quite slow, if you have a lot of air coming from the propeller over those flaps, you might still be able to have some decent roll control at slow speed. That's the idea anyway. And of course there's a delayed slew rate thing set so that it only moves 40% of the range of the flaps in 1 second. So it takes about 2.5 seconds to get from one extent to the other. Oh, and yeah, all of them are moving when I change the flap position. Even the far outside ones are moving, but not very much. Just a little bit. So looking from the front, we've got full left aileron, right aileron, half flaps with aileron, and full flaps with aileron. And that's back to Queen again. Here's what the inside of the main compartment looks like. It's a bit of a mess, but now that I've done all the tuning for this, I can just close it up, and I never really need to look at it much in the day-to-day running of the plane because the battery's over there with no cover at all. It's actually quite convenient to get at there. So in here we have the Omnibus F4 Pro on the left and the S-Bus mixer thing over there. Receiver, bunch of wiring to make it all happen, and receiver antennas just poking out there like that. And on the outside we have the battery, little LiPo alarm that I'm going to be using because I don't have any telemetry for the voltage to know when the battery is getting low at this point. And the ESC, and that's about it. Oh, doesn't want to steer for me today. Maybe it's because yeah, the wind's coming from there, basically, from the building. Yep, I was warned in the comments about this, wasn't I? It would be nice to have a tail wheel that steered instead of just a rudder. Mind you, it's not that much wind. I wouldn't have thought it would really matter. What the? What? It immediately wanted to turn to the left. Why? What if we get right out of the wind behind this building? Oh, look at that. So those people that were telling me these wheels are too big, maybe they didn't realize what I was going to be trying to land on and take off from. What? Now there's something weird about this. They both have a decent amount of... If anything, it should be wanting to go to the right, because this one, the wheel has more friction on it. Oh, this is impossible. I can't get anywhere. Always to the left. What is going on? There's no reason. Why would I want to go to the left every single time? Okay, now it's going to the right, maybe because of the wind coming this way now. Ah, yeah, look at that. It just wants to turn into the wind. Oh man, this is hopeless. I might just wait a little bit to see if the wind dies down, because it is windier than I would have wanted for a maiden. But the sun is also going down as well, so I'll just sort of try and balance that out, see if we can get something done tonight. Well, I tried to make this wheel stick into the middle with some rubber bands, not really working very well. Needs more of a lever arm, I think. So this is probably not going to do anything. And the wind's not really settling down, and we've got these stupid
oh my goodness
birds over there that are squawking their heads off. The sun's just gone down. Not really in the best of moods, but I was really hoping to give one flight on this today, so I think I'll try it anyway, and we'll just see what happens. Alright, this bit here seems to be the smoothest, so here we go. Oh, first let me say a few words about the sponsor of this video. Just kidding. Whoa. It's very, very sensitive on the roll. I forgot to... Oh, I'm a dummy. I forgot to put Expo in. Oh, what a dummy. Oh, I'm going to have to fly it like this. Didn't come off the ground very nicely, did it? Bobbling around like crazy. Oh man, this is going to be a handful to land. It's about half throttle. Let's do turn. Man, it's bumping around like crazy. The unintended turn there. It looks pretty neat, but it's bumping around a lot. Let's try, I'll bring it past in front of me again. Whoa! And we'll try auto level here. Oh, that's better. Okay, it needs to be, it's still bumping around a lot, eh? A little bit more throttle. Okay, so right on half throttle, and it's sinking a little bit there. Got a funny noise, that prop, eh? I wonder what that noise is. Seems to be sinking all the while here. Bump it up to just over half throttle. Sinking a lot there still. Hopefully that's just like the wind or something. Let's try some rudder here. Doesn't do anything. Oh, all of a sudden the rudder seems to do something. Oh, no. Whoa, man. What's going on? Side slipping a lot there, I think. Oh, I think I'll turn into the wind instead of away from it. And let's see what a glide does here. Look at the side slip. Uh-oh. Wow, it's quite the side slip, wasn't it? Well, that's a pity. I'm suspicious that something went wrong with my mixer, perhaps. Because it basically just, like, stopped responding. Oh, it's okay now. But I think we broke the 8mm spar in the middle of the wings. Man, it wasn't flying very well. It was just all over the place. So, what have we broken here? That's probably okay, that spar. I'd say it's just the 8mm one that went through the middle. It was that loud cracking noise. These two are alright. This flap here is bent. Like that. Maybe you can see that. It's bent. That's probably the only damage, actually. Good old RunCam 3. Yeah, it's already turned itself off. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so because of the glass on these wings, the wings themselves are very strong. Oh, did we break this? No, that seems to be okay. That side's fine. Other wing is fine. Hopefully when this pulled out there it didn't damage anything inside. Could be worse. It'll fly again. Not today though. Looks like everything else is okay. Yeah, all the servos and everything's working. Well, that's going to do it for this video, obviously. I had hoped to upload this next week actually, after I'd done quite a bit more flying with this and at least done some landings with this fancy landing gear that I'd made and got a feel for how the flaps are going to behave and stuff like that. But for now, I think I'll just upload this video today. It's going to be a little bit short, but that's what happened. And yeah, now I've got some repairing to do. So anyway, until then, thanks for watching. See you next time.